Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is game number 5 between Dimaga and Monchi. This is getting to the 5th game of this series. It's amazing to see a game number 5 between these two amazing players that are so close in skill. This is for the GIGABYTE Cup. For anybody who hasn't seen my last couple videos, I highly recommend you go back and rewatch those, or watch them for the first time, not rewatch them. But anyway, in the top 11 o'clock position on the map Antiga Shipyard, we have our green Protoss player Monchi, who won our first and our last game, I do believe, in a really close unit composition battle, really, I feel. And spawning at about 7 o'clock, maybe 8, 7:30, we have MTW's Dimaga, the red Zerg player. Now, I'm sure many of you know Dimaga. He's the European Zerg. He's very, very strong, but so far in the series, I feel like he's been lacking a bit. His creep spread, especially on the Shakuras Plateau game, has not been very good. I really think he needs more creep spread to deal with the heavy air that we've really been seeing Monchi go for. As we saw last game on Terminus, that really was the death of Dimaga. And once again, Dimaga's going for this early spawning pool, even though it's a large map that he could probably get a hatchery down on and be just fine. But it's his choice. Once again, Monchi's scouting after his pylon, but he's actually not scouting in the right place, and he's... Apparently there was some lag for the players. That's no good. But if we go back to Monchi's base, we see him going for a slightly different build than he did last game. He's not doing his really fast 5 Chrono boosted out Zealots. He's going for Gateway and then Cybernetics Core. So, different from his other games that were all Forge expansion except for that last one on Terminus 3. But we'll see what he's planning. He has 1 gas so far, and Dimaga's getting a full scout on him. So, it's hard to tell what Monchi's going to be going for. But, as we can see, he's now getting to scout Dimaga, and he's going to go into the main. He's going to see the no-gas geyser, the spawning pool, and he didn't actually get to look at the other gas geyser, but he saw that there were no drones going back and forth, so he knows that there was no gas geyser. It's just now going up. Dimaga, once again, going for his, I guess we can call it characteristic now, his really late Zergling speed against Protoss, which... it's worked for him so far, so I think that'll work just fine again. But now we have Monchi going for fast stalkers. Not really fast, but he's going to be a lot more aggressive. In the last game, we saw him get all those zealots out, and then he got some sentries behind it. And in the other games, he's always gone for an expansion first. So now we see Monchi he's chrono boosting out his units, and he's getting 3 gateways. I don't think we'll see a 4th. I think this is just going to be some pressure into an expansion. But he is getting his 2nd gas geyser. I think he's getting this so that after he does a little bit of pressure with his stalker, his zealot, and his 2nd stalker, after all of that pressure is finished, he's going to get sentries. So now we see the stalker and zealot doing battle with the early Zerg units, but there are a lot of Zerglings coming down, and I think Monchi really needs to be careful. He has to engage off creep where that queen can't really help, because that's when his stalkers and his zealots can really take on these Zerglings pretty easily. And I like the way Monchi held back his zealot and stalker so that they regained shields while the other one was aggressive, but he gets his zealot surrounded by all the Zerglings, and now, as long as Dimaga stays on the creep where his queens can attack, he's going to be just fine, and Monchi agrees, and he's forced to pull his stalkers away back to the base. And we see that he's going for that Nexus and getting out sentries, just like I predicted, along with his warp gate. So this is a good 3-gate sentry expand, and I really like it because a couple months ago, lots of Protosses were really struggling with their 3-gate sentry expand. It used to be just the go-to build every single game. But then Zergs like Hydra and I Am Losira, they figured out those really powerful roach timing attacks against that. But with the way Monchi opened, with his really aggressive chrono-boosted out Stalkers and Zealot, you can't really get that aggressive roach bust without it being scouted. So I like the way Monchi did this, and now Dimaga is actually going to get a scout on this Nexus. That's going to make him feel much safer, although I think he already felt pretty safe. He doesn't have a spine crawler up, but he does have 3 creep tumors, which I really, really like. And his Zergling speed is finished now, so any aggression from Monchi, Dimaga will be able to hold. And he gets this Zergling scout off on the entire base, so he knows there's no Stargate coming just yet. So I think Dimaga's in a good position for this game so far. But I also do really like Monchi's build. It looks like he's going to go out and be aggressive again. Now, this has potential for doing some damage. He's getting a 4, so he's going to be safe back at home. But Dimaga doesn't know about this yet. He's just now scouting it. And he has a really late scout on this, so he doesn't have the ability to really make defenses. And I think this might actually just kill him, because he doesn't even have his Roach Warren done yet. It's just about to finish. But his Stalkers get out ahead of themselves a little bit, and the Sentries catch up, and they force field off the Queens, and the Zerglings aren't engaging the Sentries even though they're wide open. And I really don't think that Dimaga can hold this, but Monchi's just going to go home, it looks like. He caused a lot of damage, but he allowed Dimaga to just cancel those 2 spine crawlers, and I really wish that Monchi had really been a little bit more aggressive there. But I like that he saved his units. He spent a couple force fields. He didn't lose any units. He did damage, and then he pulled back. And now Dimaga is going to be really ballsy and take this hatchery. That's... I slightly disagree, because Monchi just has such a powerful army right now. Like I was saying in the previous games, his unit composition is strong against Dimaga's right now, so I really don't know if I agree with that. And Monchi's getting out 2 robotics facilities, so this could very well be maybe double chrono boosted out Immortals. He's getting observers first. I love that. Always get observers first. And he's getting 4 more gateways. And he's getting an Immortal and +1 attack. And he got his Hallucinate for some Phoenix scouting. So I really think that Monchi's just going to hit a powerful, powerful timing push with +1, probably 3 to 4 Immortals, and 7 gateways. And he's gonna plow through Dimaga, because Dimaga took this 3rd base, and there's not really anything that Dimaga's to be able to do. Monchi just has such a powerful army. I really want Monchi to scout the units there. He sees the units of Dimaga, and he knows what he's dealing with. About 10 Roaches and 8 Zerglings. He can actually easily take that with the army he has, and there are 2 Spine Crawlers, because both of those other Spine Crawlers had to be cancelled, and now the Immortals are trailing behind. He's going to lay down his proxy pylon so he can warp in with his 7 gateways. Actually, yeah, 7 gateways. I'm not crazy. And he has his Observer to take out the creep. These Zerglings are going to run by for a counter, but those Stalkers are going to take them on just fine. And I really don't think Dimaga's in a good position here. He's going to make 20 more Zerglings and try to hold this attack off, but there's so much Sentry energy. It's Changeling coming in, but he gets instantly destroyed. I hope that Monchi warps in some more Stalkers right here, and then he goes for the attack. I think that's when he will be most powerful. And he warps in 5 more Stalkers, and now I think he should really be going. If he hugs the wall right here, which he's not really going to be doing. Yeah, he's going to get close to the wall so that he can force field. The Zerglings are all stuck. They can't really help engage. Half of the Roaches engaged and got force fielded away. I really think that this battle is going to go to Monchi right now. I don't think there's much Dimaga can do. Monchi's pushing in. The Zerglings come in, but they can't. With that powerful position against the wall, the Zerglings are just all going to die while the Roaches are force fielded away, and now they're stuck. They're dying to the 4 Immortals, just blasting away at their armor, and Dimaga's he's dead. He cannot hold this. So it looks like Monchi's going to take this series on the GIGABYTE Cup. So congratulations to him and his really strong unit compositions. I feel that's the most important part of CVP, and you could really see all the strong decisions Monchi was making in getting the units that he wanted to win. And you could see even in the games when Dimaga won, it's because he had those really powerful Brood Lords, and Monchi just didn't really have the tech to counter that. So it's sad to see Dimaga go. I think lots of us were rooting for him, but that's the game and that's the series. So I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to leave me any comments trolling me. I'd love to see those. Haven't had any yet, so yeah. Also, tell me what kind of series you want to see next. Do you want to see just individual games? Do you want to see whole series like this? Any matchups in particular you want to see? Do you want to see my games maybe? It's all up to you. Anyway, thanks, and I'll see you later.